Ever found yourself needing a medical or dental procedure, maybe even some cosmetic work, but the upfront cost made your heart sink? You're not alone. Unexpected expenses pop up, and sometimes our health and well-being can't wait. That's where financing options like CareCredit can seem like a lifeline. But the big question always looms: what credit score do I need for CareCredit? That's exactly what we're diving into today. Now, before we get into specific numbers, let's understand what CareCredit actually is. It's a healthcare credit card designed specifically for medical expenses. Think of it like a regular credit card, but it's accepted at a network of healthcare providers, including dentists, doctors, veterinarians, and even some cosmetic surgery centers. It can be used for a wide range of procedures, from routine checkups to more extensive treatments. One of the biggest draws of CareCredit is its promotional financing options, often offering deferred interest periods. This means if you pay off your balance within the specified timeframe, you avoid paying any interest. This can be a huge advantage when dealing with larger medical bills. However, just like any credit card, CareCredit requires an application and a credit check. And that brings us back to the burning question: what credit score do you need to qualify? Unfortunately, there's no magic number. CareCredit, like most lenders, doesn't publicly disclose a minimum credit score requirement. They consider a variety of factors when evaluating applications, and your credit score is just one piece of the puzzle. So, what other factors are they looking at? Let's break it down. Beyond your credit score, CareCredit will likely review your credit history. This includes the length of your credit history, the types of credit you have, credit cards, loans, etc., and your payment history. A longer credit history with consistent on-time payments generally looks favorable to lenders. They also want to see how much debt you're currently carrying compared to your income, a ratio known as your debt-to-income ratio, DTI. A lower DTI indicates that you're managing your debt well and are less of a risk. Your income itself is another crucial factor. Lenders want to ensure you have the means to repay the credit you're seeking. Finally, your employment history can also play a role. A stable employment history suggests a more reliable income stream. Now, let's talk more specifically about credit scores. While CareCredit doesn't publish a minimum requirement, it's generally understood that a good to excellent credit score will significantly improve your chances of approval. In the FICO scoring model, which is widely used, a good credit score typically falls between 670 and 739, while an excellent score is 740 and above. If your credit score falls within or above these ranges, you're likely in a better position to be approved for CareCredit. But what if your credit score isn't quite there yet? Don't lose hope. Even if your credit score is below 670, it doesn't automatically disqualify you. CareCredit might still approve your application depending on the other factors we discussed, like your income and DTI. However, you might be offered a higher interest rate or a lower credit limit. It's also worth noting that sometimes having a cosigner with a good credit score can increase your chances of approval. It's important to remember that applying for any credit, including CareCredit, can have a temporary impact on your credit score. This is because lenders typically perform a hard inquiry on your credit report when you apply for credit. A hard inquiry can slightly lower your credit score, but the impact is usually minimal and short-lived. Now, let's address some common questions people have about CareCredit and credit scores. One frequent question is, does checking my eligibility for CareCredit hurt my credit score? The good news is that CareCredit offers a way to check your potential eligibility without impacting your credit score. This is called a soft inquiry or pre-qualification. It allows you to see if you're likely to be approved without the hard inquiry that comes with a full application. This is a great option to explore before you formally apply. Another question people ask is, can I improve my chances of getting approved for CareCredit? Absolutely. There are several steps you can take to boost your creditworthiness. First and foremost, focus on paying your bills on time, every time. Late payments can significantly damage your credit score. Next, try to reduce your credit card debt. The lower your credit utilization ratio, the amount of credit you're using compared to your available credit, the better. Aim to keep your credit utilization below 30% of your credit limit. Also, avoid opening multiple credit accounts in a short period. This can be a red flag for lenders. Finally, regularly monitor your credit report for any errors. You can get a free copy of your credit report from each of the 3 major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, once a year. So, to summarize, while there's no specific credit score publicly stated for CareCredit approval, a good to excellent credit score, 670 and above, will generally increase your chances. However, other factors like your credit history, DTI, income, and employment history also play a significant role. If your credit score isn't ideal, don't be discouraged. Explore the pre-qualification option to check your eligibility without impacting your credit score and take steps to improve your creditworthiness over time. Remember, building good credit is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time and consistent effort. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.